Alright, what's up, Outlanders? So, I'm going to be doing an orc buffs build for this video. The idea of it is, since orcs are kind of boring on their own, they don't really have a whole lot of unique stuff about them besides being good warriors and stuff like that, like a few races in this game. I'm going to lean into the whole aspect of them being like the master craftsmen of this universe, so that means using armor, using enchant especially, and then using a few schools of magic like alteration and illusion to put different buffs on ourselves. And we're just going to be like, not really a battle mage, but warriors that have buffs on them. I think that's just a little more fun than just doing a pure warrior in this game, because otherwise you're not really interfacing with the magic system, which is the best part. But once again, the male is going to be better than the female. Just has better attribute bonuses for what we're trying to do. And the special orc abilities are a 25% magicka res, which is pretty good actually. It's half of what the Breton gets, and it is very nice to have. And you get Berserk, which is a fortify health 20 points for 60 seconds, fortify fatigue 200 points for 60 seconds. That's huge. And then you see there you get drain attribute agility 100 points for 60 seconds, which sounds like you're not going to be able to hit anything, but it also fortifies your attack 100 points for 60 seconds. And if you don't know how attack works in Morrowind, attack doesn't mean you do more damage, it means it's your chance to land an attack. So basically what this is saying is, even though you're draining your agility, you're going to still have a 100% chance to land your hits while you're in Berserk mode for 60 seconds. But your opponent is not going to ever miss, because you're going to be drained for 100 agility. So your opponent will never miss you, and you will never miss them. This is actually pretty good, because you're normally going to be out DPSing your opponents. And yeah, good thing to turn on when you find that you are not killing something fast enough and you need an extra edge. Great. I used to think that attack meant like more damage, because that's what you would think initially, just reading that. And then I was like, well, this is useless. The devs are stupid because this will never hit, so the damage doesn't do anything. But then I tried it once and I saw what it did, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what attack does. So anyway, let me show you how to make this buffs build. I'm going to be doing combat specialization with strength and endurance. So we'll have a bunch of health starting out and gained every level, which is really nice. We're going to be using heavy armor with this build and an axe. This shouldn't struggle as much as a lot of heavy armor builds do with carry weight, just because we are strength, endurance, and an orc. But if you do struggle, we are taking alteration as one of our major skills, so you can use that to feather yourself, lower the weight of your equipment with enchantments and stuff. We're going to take enchant as a major skill, so you can put powerful spell effects on your armor and your axe. And lastly, we're going to take illusion as a major skill, and that's mostly for sanctuary. Make it harder for you to get hit. That's the idea there. Alright, so now we are going to go with armor to repair our stuff. Excuse me. We're going to do block in case you want to use a shield. Mysticism for catching things and soul stones so that you can do your enchanting. Also for mark and recall, which is nice. And then just some movement stuff, athletics and acrobatics. So you can get up on your opponents more quickly, start bashing their face in faster. It's also nice if you're someone who doesn't like using the boots of blinding speed, because you just want to do all heavy armor. Maybe you have some really good heavy armor boots you want to use or something. At least you won't be as slow if you have athletics and acrobatics. And for our sign, we are kind of low agility for a melee warrior character at the start, so I like to do warrior for fortify attack 10 points. Just gives you a 10% higher chance to land your hits. But totally reasonable if you'd rather do like the one that raises your endurance here, the lady. I find the personality is kind of a waste on an orc. You do have illusion to charm people, and it's not really like personality isn't really what you're trying to min-max here as an orc. But if you don't like the warrior, you can definitely do that. I'm gonna do the warrior. I also just think the only things I've seen in this game that affect like your attack stat are this orc ability here, and you know, the I can't see my magic menu yet. The berserk ability of the orc and that Birthsigns. So I just thought it was interesting to have them both on one build. And yeah, let's look at our base stats here. So kind of well-rounded, 60 endurance, 55 strength, starting with 57 health. That's definitely the most of any character I've made in the series so far. And yeah, obviously I would recommend going to the Mage Guild off the bat, getting some level 1 spells for each school of magic that you're going to be using and start training them, you know. Just name it like, so for illusion you could do Sanctuary 1 point for 1 second on self and name it Train Illusion, and you just spam that while you run around and get that illusion up so that you can use better Sanctuary spells. Do Shield 1 second on self. 1 point for 1 second on self, train that alteration up. And yeah, just make some cool buff spells, see what you like. Can make, you know, shields for each element, I believe, like fire shield, lightning shield, stuff like that. Guess you won't need the lightning shield. Oh wait, no, because in this game you just have a flat 25% magicka resist, nothing about lightning in this game. I think in later games orcs are more focused on lightning resist specifically. And my dog is tearing up a pillow behind me, so I gotta go. Thanks for watching my orc vid. No, it's not the most interesting one. Most of the warrior ones aren't, but I did my best. Alright, peace out, guys.